Hello and welcome to the review of the incredible Intercontinental Koh Samui Hotel and Resort. This review will be pretty extensive in nature and will cover many of the hotel facilities such as the lobby, the common areas, and the overall layout of the hotel. We will then dive into the various pools in the hotel, followed by the kids club, the restaurants and bars, and then the rooms and villas. Finally, me providing you with my overall impressions of this resort. What you're looking at here is the lobby, and those that are familiar with the various intercontinental hotels in the Southeast Asia region will notice a very big similarity with the hotel that's located in Da Nang in Vietnam. Both hotels have very similar layouts in terms of where the lobby is located. Both hotels are cliff-top hotels, meaning that the lobby is located on top of a valley, and the hotel itself with all the rooms are built along the mountainside. Now, while both hotels have similar kind of layouts and offer very spectacular views, some could argue that the Intercontinental in Koh Samui has even a better view from the lobby area. This is my second visit to this resort. The first time I stayed in February 2013, and this most recent trip is September 2013. So my current review is really covering my second stay and comparing it to the first stay. My overall impression of both stays is that in the past 6 months, so from February 2013 to September 2013, Intercontinental really stepped up in terms of the quality of service they offer. A lot of European expats have joined the team and are leading the most critical pieces of the hotel, which is the restoration, also the room service. So there's been a tremendous improvement in terms of overall service, and I've noticed it very clearly. Okay, so first let's look at the layout of the hotel. As I mentioned earlier, the hotel is built alongside of a mountain, so that obviously means that there will be steps, a lot of steps, to go from the top area to the bottom area. Now, of course, I'll talk a bit later about the different options that you have to go from the lobby to the beach area, but know that this is not an easy resort for those that are in wheelchairs, for example, or if you have young children with strollers. It's not the easiest resort to go to. As you can see here, there are quite a few steps that go along the way. Having said this, for nature lovers, the resort actually offers a nice little stroll from the lobby area all the way to the beach. And at some point you get to this suspended bridge, which allows you to, dangle along the way, and you can have fun jumping up and down and scaring all your friends. But essentially that leads you to more steps, which will then transfer you to the beach area. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're asking yourselves, well, how many steps are we talking about here? Well, here's the answer. 389 steps. So it's not a short stroll at all. You really have to consider how you're going to get to the lobby. But in reality, it's worse than that. It's actually 417 steps all the way from the beach area to the lobby. So you've got a few options. You can either take the stairs or you take the golf cart. I'm playing the whole golf cart ride at 4 times the usual speed, so you'll see that the trip only takes really 3 minutes, and it's not long at all. It's not a hassle. The carts are available pretty much all the time, and if they're not, well, you just ask the security guard to call one and they'll send one immediately. So when you think about it, for people that have mobility issues or people traveling with young children and strollers, this is really the only viable option to go up and down the resort. Moving on now to the different pools in the hotel. There are many pools in this hotel. Some of them are spectacular, some of them are not. This one is one of the more spectacular ones. So an infinity pool located near the lobby and has a section that is actually a hot tub or jacuzzi, an infinity hot tub and jacuzzi overlooking the ocean. It's very, very beautiful, nicely appointed, and definitely if you're in a couples retreat, this is a place to go. And then the resort has a series of different pools that have different names based on the color they have. So orange pool, yellow pool, green pool, blue pool, red pool. One really has to wonder why these pools are there, because they're always empty. We went back quite a few times during our 5-day stay and saw absolutely no one at either one of the pools. Now, all of these smaller pools offer obviously a more secluded experience, but the services aren't there. There's no bar, there's no pool service, people don't bring you fruit, there's no sunglass washing or anything like that, which is offered at the larger pools for the general population. Now, the exception might be this pool here, the blue pool, which is quite small but offers a partial view on the ocean, and in that respect is much more charming than the other smaller pools that you just saw previously. Now back on the spectacular side, we're at the main pool, which is next to the beach area. This is a very large pool, very well appointed. There's a section that's more of a bar section, so people can have a drink in more shallow waters. And it's an infinity type pool, but obviously doesn't provide you that sense of, dropping off a cliff, because obviously it's not on a cliff. It's right next to the beach. But as you can see, it does offer that infinity polish, which is, water dropping off of the sides and having the impression that it's a borderless type of pool. So very nice, overlooking the beach. Definitely a place to come if you're staying at this resort. Given this is an Intercontinental hotel and resort and the pricing point they're charging, you can and should expect some 5-star quality service. So all the chairs are well appointed with nice little flowers inside the towels. Now obviously that doesn't provide you with any benefit whatsoever, but it does look really good. The beach is another key feature of this hotel, and it is cleaned every morning. This was filmed at 8:30 in the morning, so as you can see, the beach is very clean, no debris whatsoever, no algae. It's actually a very, very nice beach. Water sports activities are plentiful and free of charge. There are 2 hobby cat catamarans, very fun. One of them is a 16-footer, the other one 18-footer with 2 sails. So lots of fun there, and the wind can pick up around 3-4 p.m. so you can have quite a bit of fun with the catamarans. One of the signature shots of this hotel is when you're located in the lobby and you look down at the beach. You have this very long and narrow pier coming out of the beach area all the way through, it looks like 500 feet into the water. Well, I'm on that pier right now filming so you can get a sense of what you see around, and the waters are actually quite shallow, very clear water, and it can get a bit choppy like I said earlier, so with a catamaran it can get pretty exciting. Moving on now to the Kids Club. Planet Trekkers is the signature kids club for Intercontinental resorts. You will not find this at normal Intercontinental hotels. It is reserved exclusively for the resorts. The Planet Trekkers at this hotel is quite nice, but it is not as nice as the one found at the Intercontinental Sun Peninsula in Da Nang, Vietnam. That one is absolutely spectacular. This one here is decent. The size itself is actually quite small. The wide-angle lens here provides a larger sense of depth and size, but in reality this kids club is actually quite limited in terms of size. Furthermore, children under the ages of 4 cannot be left unaccompanied in this kids club. So if you're traveling with very young children and plan to leave them there for the day, it's simply not going to happen. Moving on now to the bars and restaurants. This is the pool bar located next to the beach. Offers a limited choice of food, but a quite extensive drinks menu, and service is very, very good. Their signature cocktail, which is the pomelo and ginger margarita, is fabulous. Here we're looking at Flames Restaurant, which is the beachside restaurant. Specializes in seafood and grill. Nice place to eat in the evening, and during lunchtime have quite an extensive lunch menu for light snacks or light lunches. For those looking for traditional Thai food, there's also a hotel right next door that has a restaurant on the beach that offers some really good Thai food at a much less expensive price. Here you have the Amber restaurant, which is right on top near the lobby, so it's at the main lobby building. Has an absolutely breathtaking view on the bay. This is where buffet is served in the morning. During lunchtime it's an a la carte menu, and there's also dinner options, which is a la carte, and sometimes there will be some themed dinners with buffet and entertainment. So overall, very nice restaurant, good food, and price is fairly reasonable if you stick to the Thai traditionals. The Air Bar is the place to be in this hotel during the evening, and arguably the best spot on all of Koh Samui Island to get an absolutely stunning view of the Koh Samui sunsets. Starting at about 5 p.m. every day, you will have a DJ coming in mixing their tunes while the bartender mixes your drinks, and you are enjoying this absolutely spectacular view of the bay. The great Koh Samui sunset. It is a very unique spot, and it is not rare to see people from all over the island come over to this hotel specifically to watch the sunset. Okay, as you enjoy the last few seconds of these evening shots, I'm going to start talking about the hotel rooms that I'll be reviewing. So I'm going to be filming and showing you some footage of the private pool villas, but I'm also going to be talking about the normal rooms and other categories of rooms in the hotel, because I have stayed here twice, but have had the chance to visit quite a few different room categories in this hotel, and will be able to comment on them as we go along. This is the entrance leading to the private pool villas. This is Villa 507, and has a small pool overlooking a grassy area, and that then leads to the beach area. The fit and finish that we see in this hotel follow a pretty standard pattern regardless of room category. So we have the use of dark wood across the board, nice flooring in all the room categories. The main difference are the amenities that will be provided depending on the room category. So obviously the private pool villas have coffee machines that are replenished every day, fruit that's replenished every day as well. But in terms of the overall look and feel of the rooms, even the standard rooms follow this exact same pattern. The pool villas are the most expensive rooms in this hotel, and it's not because of their size, it's really because of the location and the fact that you're completely secluded from the rest of the hotel. Although within a few steps you can have access to all the services. So on the right hand side here you have access to the pool bar, and also the Flames restaurant. During my previous stay at this hotel, I stayed in a junior suite, which is located on top of the mountain. Had a very big balcony, but the room was about 2 or 3 times as large as the private pool villas, and was obviously less expensive. So you really have to weigh the pros and cons when deciding what kind of room you want. If you're traveling with children, the junior suite can actually be really nice because it is very spacious. Now the bathroom in the private pool villa is beautiful. You have a huge bath here. The camera doesn't properly render the size of the bathtub, but it's really massive, and right in the middle of the bathroom. Nice glass shower. Obviously you'll find the traditional amenities that you would find in any five-star hotel, and there's also an outdoor section there where you have an outdoor shower, but that's not completely isolated, so passers-by could see you if they're peeking inside. Here you have the view of all the different villas, so they're all exactly the same size. The one on the right there seems a bit larger, but in fact it's the same size. It's just that it's been positioned on the horizontal side instead of vertical. So you get a bigger sense of size, but really it's the same thing. Now, one of the benefits of being in the private pool villas is that you can actually benefit from the in-room dining and have sort of a private dining experience. And we did this on all 3 nights we were at this room, and it was really good. And the service was fantastic. They came in and set up the table and then cleaned it up right after our meal. So very recommended, and it does add a lot of, I would say, sense of privacy and a feel of exclusivity as well. As I wrap up my review here of the Intercontinental Koh Samui, I do have to say that this is a little gem. Intercontinental has grabbed something fantastic here, and if the quality of service continues to improve like it did from February 2013 all the way to September 2013, which is the date of this review, this will become a flagship resort for Intercontinental in the Southeast Asia region. So I hope this review was useful to you, and I wish you all great travels in Koh Samui. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.